it's a video game show. It's a video game show. It's not a game show about videos. It's a video game show.
Welcome to the GamerCast Network video game show for Sunday, October 18th, 2009. This is episode 164. I'm Chad, and this week for the roll call, what universe, IP, property, whatever, would you like to see turned into a Lego game? And joining us this evening is Phil.
How about Pokemon? Just because Pokemon's ridiculous, and I think they would look even more ridiculous as Legos.
And also joining us is Ivan.
All right, this is going to take a while, so get settled in. No, it's not so much a universe as a type of game. So all of the Lego games are kind of adventure, platformy kind of things. I would like to see like a strategy type game based on it's got... All the Lego universes have a name. There's like Lego City, which has got all the city guys, and Lego Indiana Jones and Lego Batman. I forget what it's called, but there's one with like orcs and trolls and knights and dead guys and stuff.
The old one used to be called Castles, like Lego Castles?
Yeah, yes, that's what it's called. The Lego Castle universe. So that in like a strategy type game. So they already own the IP, they already have all the models and stuff, like they already have the orc and the big giant troll thing that the orcs control, and it would be very cool to have a different type of Lego game instead of just the platformy thing where you do stuff and then punch things that drop into little blocks and you build the little blocks. Because Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and Batman are all essentially the same game with just different characters. So I would like to see like a strategy type game. Ultimately, I would like to see like the not the MMO, necessarily that thing, but more of like a role-playing type game. That would be cool too. A Lego role-playing game.
And finally joining us is Bob.
One of the things that always disappointed me about the Lego games is there isn't much building with Legos in them. I mean, things just happen to be made out of Legos, and then, maybe a little platform comes up, you gotta make a little bridge, and, for some reason, it's made out of Legos. What I want is a more free-form Lego game where you can actually build stuff. Like, I need a car. What parts do I have? And, may not have enough for a car, but I have some wheels in this, one thing to hold them together, and I end up making, a skateboard or something out of it. But, just, something where it's, you can make stuff out of Legos you find, and the game mechanic would be how creative can you use these pieces, parts that you found, whether it was an RPG or an adventure or something like that. And it seems kind of that would be impossible to do, but they made Scribblenauts. apparently the technology exists to have almost limitless possibilities. So
they could give you a base set of Legos, just like regular blocks, and then you could find wheels and stuff, and they could kind of be put into your inventory bank, and then when you come to a part where you need to build something like a car, you could just go to your inventory and build something kind of thing. That might work.
Well, let's see, my answer here, since everyone decided to answer a different question than the one I asked.
That's too bad.
I answered correctly.
No, I'm sorry, Phil. I apologize. Yes, you answered correctly, Phil.
Technically, I did too.
No.
I did not.
Bob did not. You said, what universe would you like to have turned into a Lego game? And my universe was Lego Castle universe.
But you want a different kind of Lego game than the standard Lego game. I was thinking the standard Lego game.
I would take a Lego Castle standard Lego game as well.
Okay, you would? Just a normal platformer?
If was my only choice, then yes.
But my universe. I want Sin City in the Lego universe.
Ha!
All little black and white Legos and some splashes of red here and there, and then
that's it. All you get is black and white. And none of them are perfectly square.
They have Lego Halo stuff now, I saw.
That's Mega Bloks. That's not Lego.
Really? I thought it was Lego. That's like the GoBots of the Transformer universe.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's Mom bought the wrong thing. That's what that is.
And Mom gives the toys to the kids, and the kids try and take their normal Legos and work them with Mega Bloks, and it just doesn't work.
They fit, but it's the blue is off by a shade, so all your looks like budget trailer trash because nothing matches. And it's look at my nice house. Oh wait, it's got 5 different colors of aluminum siding that are all blue. That's great.
This week on the GamerCast Network. How was Extra Life? Tune in to the next episode of Sarcastic Gamer to find out. On episode 76 of the Post-Game Report, the crew rebrands the PS3 in honor of Uncharted 2. Tune in for impressions, insights, and tangents galore. Discover the community that brings you all these great podcasts and more at GamerCastNetwork.com.
Next topic.
Did anybody do anything this week? Nothing beyond Warcraft.
No.
And bitch about Borderlands.
Here's the thing. Everybody keeps talking about Borderlands, and everybody wants to play it, but they don't want to invest in it, and they're afraid it's going to suck. So, where's the demo? I mean, we've talked about this. Why do people not put out demos? And this is exactly why we need demos.
Well, they're not making a demo, or at least not making it initially. They've already said this.
Yeah, but the game release is what, next week?
Consoles this week, and then next week is PC.
And everyone's still on the fence because they're afraid it's going to suck.
Well, it's not like they haven't demoed it. I mean, Chad said that thing the other day with, like, here's 30 minutes of people playing it, and it plays pretty much exactly like how I thought it would. But that's never been my issue with it. The issue has been the lack of any online persistence, which leaves it open to trainers.
Okay, but how often are you going to play with people who aren't us?
It doesn't matter. Here's what happens, okay? The game is fun as long as you're leveling at a good clip. But as soon as you get to, like, I don't know, like the equivalent of a 30 in most games, where it starts to kind of slow down and it gets a little grindy here and there, the temptation just go, I just want to see if this one power is any good, and then train up some test guy to see if the power is any good, and like, oh, well, since I'm doing this, might as well see what he'd be like with a good gun. Yeah, this would be awesome if I had this power and a good gun. Then you go back to play your other guy, and it's boring and a big pain in the ass compared to the other guy. Then you're like, oh, well, might as well just use the trainer. Who cares?
Wait. So it's not even about Paladino using this. It's your own self, your own giving in to using the trainer.
Well, there's no point not to.
Well, yes, there is. It makes it not fun.
Well, no, I'm saying at the point where the game becomes not fun. I don't play single-player games after they become grindy. If it's not, like, online and you got, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's just, it's like it's not real if it's possible to edit your guy outside of the game. If we're going to do that, I mean, there were a lot of good RPG mods that were made for, you know, the UT 2004 engine that I tried playing, but it's, I mean, when the text file with your guy's stats is just sitting there, it's like, why am I going to kill myself in the game to get plus 5% to accuracy when I can just give him plus 5% to accuracy?
You can't have your own selective vision and not see that file there and just ignore it?
No. I can for about the first 3 weeks of the game. And then it's just like, all right, well, why am I... Especially, it depends how they do, like, respecing and stuff, too. That's why Diablo 1 it got bad like that, too. It's just like, you know, if you pick a wrong power, you're so why not use the trainer?
Yeah, that, or, you know, somebody goes on vacation or whatever, they haven't played for a week, or they didn't buy it until later, and now everyone's level 25, and I want to play right now, but I can't, because nobody else wants to start off at level 1. And I don't have the time to level up a guy to level 25, something like that, then it's like, oh, I could just use this trainer, make a level 25 guy. Boom, there we go, let's play.
Exactly. And then it's like, so what's the point in playing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, when half of the game is to level up your guy, and you just ruin half of the game because it's instantaneously available to make your guy better, why, you know? And
here's one final example. I used a trainer in Titan Quest late in our timeline of playing because, you know, I played the game as 2 or 3 different guys, and I'm like, well, now I want to try lightning fire mage, but you know what, I don't want to start off at level 1 and go through all the crap, or even if I do, I don't want to do it with the crappy weapons, so it's just so much easier just to create either a level 1 guy with cool weapons or a level 40 guy. Because just like Diablo 2, once you finish Diablo 2, you can still keep playing and go doing bail runs or whatever like that. But, you know, you never do the acts 1 through 4.
No, you always get rushed through it anyway.
Yeah, essentially it's like World of Warcraft. You want to do endgame content. And if you've played on 3 different guys, but you want to try a 5th guy, you don't want to start off at level 1 and go through the whole damn thing over again, because that becomes the difference between playing the game and not bothering to play the game. Because I'm not going to bother starting off at level 1 and doing all this grindy stuff after I've played this game for 6 months, and all I wanted to do was try a mage. Maybe I would do that if the trainer system thing wasn't available, if nobody created that, but if it is there, it's like, well, I'm just going to do that then, because it's otherwise just a pain in the ass.
I'm an old man. I got to go to work. I don't want to f***ing sit here for another 3 months getting my guy up to level 48 just to go, you know what? I don't like mages.
Yeah. And the worst part is it's like heroin. Once you use it to do one thing, like, oh, I've got this mage and all I really want to do is see if this level 40 spell's any good. So that's all I'll do, and if it is, I'll go back and I'll start off at level 1. So you do that, and then you use the trainer. And now you're like, well, if I'm already in here, I already might as well give my warrior, who's already max level 50, and I've been trying to get this one sword for 6 months.
Exactly. I need the last piece of this set, but Jesus Christ, how many endgame runs do I have to... Here, just give it to him. There you go, set's done. And then as soon as you do that, there's like, well, now why am I even playing? Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened to Titan Quest, and now we don't play anymore. The whole having the online thing, even with Diablo 2, when there was only the lobby, just playing with different people and like just standing in, Atlas Park or Orgrimmar or whatever, and having all the different people and just like, seeing some come by with his big shiny thing that you've never seen before, and like, looking at his guy and going, oh, that's sweet. I wonder where he got that at. And it's like knowing that there's some quest buried in this game that you've never actually found before, and there's like content to be had when you thought you were done and seen the rest of it. It's like, that's kind of motivation to keep playing. And like, but like, if you see the same thing in a game where you can just use a trainer, it's like, oh, well, that just like found the best weapon in the game and gave it to himself. It's like, there's no point in trying to earn it. When you completely lose the show-off factor entirely, it really does take a lot away from the game.
And the trainer thing really only comes into effect late in the life cycle of a game, when you've already played everything, essentially, and you just want to try something different. And like I said, it comes down to either not playing because it takes too long, you don't really care that much, or using a trainer. Like Bob said, you use it once on something, and then, well, I just use it on this other thing real quick.
Next topic.
Okay, I have a silly question now. So, say in Diablo 3, they have it all secure, no trainers or nothing,
Okay.
and you're playing through, and, you see the guy wandering by with the ultimate uber axe of death that glows blue and fires and shoots fire.
Okay.
You want that axe. Now, you can't get it through a trainer, and your other option is to, of course, play the game over and over again. But what if Blizzard was to say, oh, through our new Battlenet 2.0, we'll sell you this item for $2.
$2? Yeah.
Okay.
Versus, 11 months of grinding on the same end game boss just to get yourself killed over and over and over again. Yeah, that.
So you would not have a problem as if Blizzard were to start selling all of their epic items through some Battlenet 2.0. They haven't said this, I'm just saying. Because we know they're turning it into some sort of marketplace somehow. But you wouldn't have a problem doing that?
No, not at all. Because I have money, I don't have time. So, that being the case, I want to maximize the fun level of my playtime as much as possible.
Yeah, but are you going to be willing to spend that extra money if you're paying $50 to $60 for a game? I mean, then it turns into $100-some game.
Well, right, but as long as they're hitting it with you like $1 a month for 12 months, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. To maximize your level of enjoyment in a game for, a couple dollars a month, yeah, I could see myself doing it too.
Yeah, especially if it's like double your inventory space for $2. Oh, yeah, this is annoying as hell having to go back to town every 5 seconds just to sell crap. And I like hoarding.
I don't want to leave piles of money on the ground next to the...
I started to do that with City of Heroes and had to stop. My one guy, I just like all the salvage I found that was gems, I would just keep them in my vault. And that was the only thing in my vault because I wanted a big safe filled with gems. Look at all of my treasure. Look at it. It was totally useless, had nothing to do with the game, but I had an entire vault filled with treasure, but eventually I had to sell all of it because I needed room for actual stuff.
Okay, just wondering, just seeing what your perspective was on that.
I would do it, although I don't know if Blizzard would. Blizzard is very big into the epic items that are difficult to get, and if they trivialized it by saying, give us $1.50 and you can have the best weapon in the game, that kind of goes completely against the way Blizzard does things. I'm not saying that you think they are. I'm just making a point that I hope they don't go that route.
If they were to go that route, they probably would have done that for Warcraft long ago.
I wouldn't mind if they did convenient stuff, like you can pay real money for a mount rather than having to get 7,000 million gold for it in-game, because that doesn't actually affect how powerful your guy is, it just makes the game more convenient. If my first mount, rather than having to scrounge for gold and sell everything that I had, the first time through, had they been like, oh, you can get one for $2, and I'm like, yeah.
What if they were to do some kind of system where, because everyone loves the shiny things, what if the mount you buy in-game with the in-game gold is like real shiny, sparkly effects and everything, yet the one you buy with real money is just same powers, same equivalent to everything else, it just doesn't look as shiny. It looks plain.
That'd be fine with me. I always buy my plain looking anyway.
I would buy the crappy mount, and then when I was bored and had nothing to do, then that's when I would work my way up to a shiny one.
Exactly. When getting money's easy, then I'll go buy a good one.
Next topic.
Left 4 Dead. No Mercy campaign. In that campaign, there is Mercy Hospital, right?
Right. So, in fact, there is Mercy in the No Mercy board.
Not really, because usually Bob leaves people behind.
No, I leave you behind. I make sure Ivan gets on the helicopter.
Keith would probably attest to that. But anyways, whatever.
Okay. So
there's a real Mercy Hospital, and they're suing Valve because they don't like their name being used.
No. Okay, well, in the game, Mercy Hospital is set somewhere in Pennsylvania. Well, in fact, there is a Mercy Hospital in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Lawsuit!
No, not a lawsuit. Here is what there is. There is a site called City Search. And at this site, you can review places in cities.
I kind of know where this is going. Go ahead.
Yes. When Left 4 Dead players found out that they could review Mercy Hospital, they decided to go on the site and start listing some reviews. Here's the URL to the review site. Oh, there were lots of them there. Like, let's see.
40 reviews for one.
Yes, you can review out of 5 stars, and most of them gave it a 1 star. Here was one review. It's kind of long. I'll give you the first 2 paragraphs. Not a good evacuation center. Me and my friends had just battled through a tank. My biker friend had boomer bile smeared all over himself. My African-American friend had a desperate need for some pills here.
Mercy Hospital has been overrun. Do not go to Mercy Hospital. We're hearing reports that Mercy Hospital has been overrun. All survivors are directed to proceed to the airport, sending C-130 to pick up survivors and bring them to a safe location. Do you repeat? Mercy Hospital has been overrun. Go to the airport. The airport is safe. Pros, none. Cons, overrun.
I like this one. Pros, lots of guns laying around for security against patients. Cons, not enough pills. That's hysterical.
That is really, really funny.
I love it when the video game community does something actually not that this is intellectual, but this is actually like very funny humor. Because there's like everyone else who doesn't have a clue. They're like, what's going on with this place? What? I don't understand. Zombies? Are they doing some kind of testing there?
Nice hospital, but the atmosphere and staff are lacking. I entered the hospital after receiving a bite wound from a feral homeless man. Upon entering, there seemed to be blood and bodily fluids all over the walls. Pros. This took me a second. I said, great vistas over the infected city. Abundance of peels, spelled P-E-E-L-S.
Read the con.
Worthless quarantine program nurses trying to eat me.
Look at his avatar.
Oh, dude, that's hysterical. Grabbing peels.
He's got his avatar picture is a picture of Francis. Or not Francis, Lewis. That's awesome. Pros, I found my daughter. Cons, you bastards let my wife die.
Then you got f***ing retard Team Fortress fans. Yeah. It's like the guys in the Star Trek outfits at the Renaissance Fair. It's like, dude, you're doing it wrong. You're breaking it.
Anyway, we can move on. Okay, let's see here now.
Sorry, this one's funny. It says, pros, the pills were here. Cons, so was the tank. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
That was so 30 seconds ago, Phil.
We're so over that.
Next topic.
Here we go. Real quick thing here. I wish Keith was here for this, but we'll go with it. So coming to the Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network for $15 this holiday season is Madden Arcade. It sounds like a Blitz-style football game, just using the Madden likeness in all the NFL stuff, of course. You know, it's like 4 plays per possession, no field goals, 60-yard playing field, blah, 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 blah. Arcade-like power-ups, toonish art style, but here's the kicker. Here's the big thing. They're going to have 4-player co-op on a single console.
So I'll play Keith and say, that's cool, and it might be fun, and I might get it, but that doesn't solve my problem, because what I want to do is play like franchise mode where I'm the Browns, or my team is the Browns, and 4 of us are all players on that team. And we want to take our team from preseason to Super Bowl.
It seems so weird that they'll put this in other games, but they won't put it in Madden. The normal Madden. But
Yeah.
Doesn't seem weird to me. They're evil. There. Done. Not weird. It makes perfect sense.
really, you still consider EA as evil?
They're a mega corp. They're evil.
Corporations aren't evil. I thought we had this
Sure they
discussion.
are.
No, they're not.
Sure they are.
If EA is evil, then DreamWorks is evil.
We are not worth nearly as much money as EA is. Thank you very much.
Really? What are you guys worth?
Well, like, so one of our movies makes like $500 million and we put out 2 a year. All I know is Blizzard makes in 1 month what we make in a year. That was the joke for a while.
Next topic.
Dungeons & Dragons Online's doing better.
Well, yeah, because it's free.
Well, no, but they actually saw a massive spike in subscriptions when they went free. Not just like a little thing, but actual good numbers. And they are reporting that a good part of their player base spends more than $15 a month.
By buying items.
I knew it was a good idea. See, microtransactions, when you're getting nickel and dime, you don't notice.
It's true. And D&D's the game where you have to have the level up token thing, right? So
Yep.
all these people are playing for free now, and then they realize, well, I could either grind for 3 weeks to get this level up token, or I could pay $2.
Doesn't matter, I just leveled 10 times this month. I'm so happy I leveled up, pay the $2.
Right.
Why would someone implement that in a game? It just sounds so stupid.
Because they assume that everybody will pay the $2.
Yeah, but doesn't your EXP get capped until you get that token?
Yep.
Right, that's the whole point.
Oh god, I would not want to play that.
Your XP gets capped, you can't level up unless you find a token, or you can pay $2 and buy one.
But the game is free to play. So, what are you complaining about? Sure, you can't get any more experience, but you're not paying us any money. But there is the option that you can play the entire game without spending a dime. No one's ever going to do that unless you're retarded.
Or if you're dirt poor and you really can't afford to do it because you're a kid and you're spending all your money on broadband fees or some crap. But they have an option for those people, and that's, well, then you sit and grind until you find a level up token. So you can't complain that we charge you don't have to buy a level up token for $2. It's not a requirement. You're going to have to work for it if you don't buy it, though. So that it's like the perfect retail item. You don't technically have to have this thing, but if you want your life to be easier and so you can get on to bigger and better things, just give us $2 and be on your way.
And for the record, Bob, can you at least say you played Dungeons & Dragons Online?
Yes.
Someone kind of recommended Dungeons & Dragons Online. Ah, yes, here it is. Failed legend from the forums. Kind of recommended that you guys try out Dungeons & Dragons Online. But you've played it already.
Keith and Bob both did.
Yeah, I don't know how much that even counts anymore, if that makes sense, because it was so long ago, and it was right when the game first came out, and it apparently is a completely different animal now. So, I don't know. If I'm going to play a medieval game, honestly, I would just play Warcraft again, because that would just be silly to start a new one when everybody else is playing something else.
Next topic.
Here's the last stories I had. A Pizza Hut tie-in to a action role-playing game. We can actually buy Pizza Hut weapons.
Like a pizza cutter?
Okay, here we go. So there is a game called Phantasy Star Portable 2. I guess it's like Phantasy Star Online, Phantasy Star Universe, whatever that one is from Sega. But this is a portable version that you play in the PSP. And this is coming out in Japan soon. I think this December. And what Sega is doing is Sega is selling advertising rights in the game to companies. They already have a deal in place with Fanta Pop, where they have these Fanta Pop drinks and cans all over the game. And now they're doing a deal with Pizza Hut as well. This is not an online game, by the way. This is like a cartridge game, like a UMD thing, downloadable. Huh. So now they have a tie-in with Pizza Hut where they're going to have Pizza Hut shops in the game. What you can buy is they're going to sell different kinds of pizzas, but if you look at the screenshots, it's like the pizzas aren't for health or for energy. They're actually weapons. Like a guy is holding a shield that looks like a pizza box. In his hand, he's like a pizza that's supposed to be like a sword or like a mace or whatever it is.
Holy crap.
Wow.
That is lame as hell.
Pizza box shield. I need to have one of those.
I hope it's really f***ing good, too. So you have to keep it. Or get rid of the stupid pizza box, but it's +5 versus all elemental and 20 armor. Is bullshit. I'm not getting rid of this.
Oh, that's just sad.
Again, this is not an online MMO. There is multiplayer, but it's not an MMO. It's not like, Warcraft or anything like that. You're all playing on local multiplayer, not massive style.
Honestly, I was never one to care when, you're like walking by something and there's an actual billboard for Pizza Hut there in my game. I never really cared about that. If it means that, they get to do more things because they got money from Pizza Hut, fine, put that in there. But a Pizza Hut shield, no, I can't get behind that. That's just say no. No. Even the Fanta drinks, like if you walk by and there's all Fanta vending machines and you can actually buy a Fanta energy drink that gives you 100 mana back or something like that, that's pushing it. The vending machines actually being there isn't bad, but I could even live with the Fanta mana potion kind of thing. But no, not a Pizza Hut shield.
That's a picture of the Fanta stuff. I don't know if it's like a vending machine. It's just in the game. There's a Fanta can of pop, which is life size, not life size, but the size of a person.
Wow.
Can't at least the tops pop off and little girls come out and do the little go-go dance? That'd be funny at least.
Fanta, Fanta, don't you want the Fanta, Fanta?
Oh, while you're trying really hard not to get killed by a zombie or something, and they just will not stop singing. Becomes like the most horrible end game ever.
Next topic.
Okay, we've got some giveaways starting this week. First, thanks to our friends over at Snail Games, we have some keys for the closed beta of the online game Heroes of Gaia. I haven't played it, but it looks like a Heroes of Might and Magic / Warlords type of game you can play in a web browser. If you'd like a key, there will be a thread on our forums where you can request one, or you can send in a request to the mailbag or on our Twitter account, which is Video Game Show. The deadline for requests is next Sunday. Second, thanks to our friends at Game Trailers, we're giving away some Brady strategy guides for Wolfenstein, Champions Online, Conduit, Kingdom Hearts 358/2 Days, Dissidia, Final Fantasy, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. If you want one, send in a good question to the mailbag at videogameshow.org, and be sure to leave your mailing address. The guides are on a first-come, first-served basis. And that was Video Game Show episode number 164 for Sunday, October 18th, 2009. Any ham sandwiches or share dream pies to give to the world peoples? Anybody here ever go to Warren, Ohio?
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been there?
Is it nice?
It's a landlocked town, meaning there's no lake by it. There's a river, but there's no lake, right?
That's right by Ladue Reservoir.
But, okay, I was there over the weekend. A friend of mine was playing in a Hero Escape tournament. I went to there just to visit the tournament and then go around and see the area. As I'm driving along, I see signs for seafood stores selling the Extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
Nice.
And then I went to the mall there. They have a huge aquarium in the middle of the thing. I've never seen a mall with a huge aquarium in the middle of the thing. And they have like ship kind of motif all over the place. They really want a lake or something big or some water. It's good they have a reservoir.
They're making up for it.
Yeah, they're just kind of jealous, I guess.
Well, that's the problem, is there's nothing in Warren at all, ever.
No, there's not.
And until alternate 422 that goes past Solon, that used to end in Solon, and I think it extended a couple more exits. Now you can take it to get to Warren. Before then, there was no way to get to Warren. You had to be life flighted in. And it's a hick town. There's like a boot scootin' saloon is like the big draw to Warren.
Sweet.
Sounds like it's close to Mercy Hospital.
Yeah.
So no more apathy cakes or Shara Dream pies. Browns, don't they get a Shara Dream pie?
Yeah, they lost. They got beat by the Steelers.
I want to give another ham sandwich to Zombieland. By far, probably one of the best, if not top 2 movies of the year, in my opinion.
And as usual, send your comments, questions, queries, concerns, or roll call question to the mailbag at videogameshow.org, Skype us at videogameshow, or call us at 320-300-GAME. That is a standard long distance call and all normal fees apply. And that's a wrap. Good night. Have you fixed your volumes there, Bob?
I don't know. I played with the knob. I jiggled the thingy. That's all you're getting out of me.
Just so you're not going past the -1 there.
I don't care. It's your problem, not mine.
Jesus.
I don't mind it being, I don't mind. I don't care. But, if you could.
No, I can't be bothered to go over and press the button. I'm sorry. It's 2 inches out of my reach. I'd have to seriously lean to one side. Sorry. That's all I can do. That's it. Sorry.
I wish I had a salary because I'd give myself a bonus for dealing with this.
You'd give yourself a boner over this? That's kind of sick.
I was thinking of a bonus.
Whatever. I don't know what kind of company you work at there, Phil, but
That don't happen.